Assalamu alaikum. Good evening and welcome once again to another exciting edition of Development Corner on Bina TV with me, Fatimatu Ahmed. Do watch us live this and every Thursday on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel at Bina Multimedia. There's a quote that says, "A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart." In order to improve the quality of education in the Medina constituency, the Member of Parliament of the Medina constituency, the Honorable Francis Xavier Sosu, has launched an award scheme for Best Teacher Award to address the long-standing challenges faced by teachers since time immemorial. The project is to provide quality leadership through education. This, according to the MP, is to motivate the teachers and appreciate their hard work and dedication in the constituency. To help us understand this wonderful initiative introduced by this Honorable, I have with me here in studio Mr. Emmanuel Owusu. He is the secretary at the Medina Edu Scheme. Mr. Owusu, welcome.
Thank you and good evening.
Good evening to you too. Most teachers, in this country feel underappreciated. And there's a popular saying that teachers' reward is in heaven. How do you feel about that as an individual?
Well, it's a state. First of all, let me thank you for the platform to talk about first of all education and also the Teachers Awards that the Honorable MP has launched and the intention and what it seeks to achieve. We've always heard that teachers' reward is in heaven, as we've been told, but for me, I think it's a statement that we need to gradually change the narrative because, I mean, what we are doing now is as a result of what the input that teachers put in us. You are doing very well as a journalist. It's because you went through some level of training and some impact. The whole concept about teaching and education is impacting knowledge, and that process, it's a process that's I mean, it's not just a one-off process, it's a continuous process. So that should tell you that our teachers put in a lot of work to refine. It's like the way our miners mine gold. They pick it from a raw stage and all that, and it becomes, before it comes to the final product, and even production as well. I mean, those who are into manufacturing and things like that, they pick the raw materials, and at the end of the day, you have a raw product. So that's what teaching basically is all about. So to say that their reward is in heaven, it's unfortunate. But I mean, I think it's something that we need to change and begin to reward our teachers while they are alive. And sometimes, me, I've been asking, so when we talk about rewarding our teachers, is it just the monetary value that we always, I mean, some of our teachers cry out. Elsewhere, it's not just the monetary values that our teachers enjoy. I mean, there are insurance opportunities, there are training programs, there are some places where teachers who are entrepreneurs, okay, a government can say that I'm giving you a tax rebate by the fact that, okay, you're a hard-working teacher, you're doing something, you are at the same time also doing some extra business for yourself, in order to encourage you to do more, probably get these tax rebates or anything. So I think we need to start rewarding our teachers while they are alive, and not to say that their reward is in heaven. Because you and I know that, I mean, we go to heaven to rest, and eventually, so I think it's something we need to change.
Tell me a bit about the Medina Edu Scheme. How long has it been in place?
Well, it was, I mean, I think we are in our first year. So the whole concept about the Medina Edu Scheme, when, of course, before the MP became MP, during the period that he was campaigning, he set out some certain areas that he wants to deal with. Education was one of them. So we set up the Medina Edu Scheme. Basically, it is a unit under the office of the MP to deal with the educational needs of his constituents. So that's the whole concept. So educational needs, i.e. the students themselves, that needs to be developed through other library projects, and I'll talk about some of the things we've been able to do in the last 1 year that we've been so we're looking at the teachers themselves, we're looking at the people so we're looking at the infrastructure, because you can't develop education without
infrastructure.
So as much as he's an opposition MP, he is not in government, so you know that when it will be difficult to come with resources. And this is a hard-working MP who knows that, okay, we must develop the education needs of his constituency. So I'll walk you through some of the things if we've been able to do.
But before you do that, can you explain to us what EduScheme means exactly?
Oh, EduScheme, the whole educational scheme, basically. So it is a duly registered company on it. So one thing about the Honorable MP is that he likes certain systems. So if you see what we've been able to do with the Medina Job Center, it's an institution registered on its own, run by a team of young people, who are going out to look for jobs and opportunities. So that's what we've been able to do at the EduScheme as well. So it's a whole full. So post lawyer Francis Xavier Susu, the EduScheme will still be there. Maybe for the next 20, he will not be MP forever. So that is the leadership. That is the vision. So that's what the MP wants to achieve with the EduScheme.
So walk us through your structure and how exactly you organize your programs.
So there's a CEO, Mr. Timothy King Avode. He's a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies. There's a deputy CEO, Professor Abu Yayira, also a lecturer at the University of Ghana. There's a deputy CEO, Daniel, and I work as a secretary. And so we have a team of people who we are working with. So the Honorable MP has been able to pull academicians, people in the education sector, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of UPS is also part of what we are doing, giving counsel. So
it's a very well structured.
Very, very well structured. So it's not just your usual one of those institutions where proper due process is being done. So the EduScheme is structured with a CEO, a deputy CEO, with a team, and that's how come we are able to attract the kind of support that we get from the constituents and Ghanaians in general. Because if it was just somebody doing something in his own corner without any proper registration and that kind of system, you wouldn't have that kind of support.
So how do you think this initiative is going to impact on education in the Medina constituency? Exactly, how is it going to help?
Yes, it will, because you see, I remember during the electioneering period, we were able to engage with the teachers, the stakeholders in the education, the Ghana education